Hello, friends. John Dorhauer here. In the 8 years that I have served as general minister and president, I have worshiped on holy ground in sanctuaries across this broad country and around the world. I've danced with an elderly indigenous woman high in the Andes Mountains in Colombia. I have knelt at the communion rail of a Mercersburg congregation in rural Pennsylvania. I've heard the majestic choir at a church in Naples, Florida, sing one of my favorite hymns, "We Would Be Building." I have preached from the pulpit of the Berliner Dome in Germany. I have sat with leaders from the Rocky Mountain Conference in, the Rocky Mountains at Camp La Forêt, in Connecticut at Camp Silver Lake, and in Rhode Island on Star Island. I've sat on beanbag chairs and throw rugs at a church in Asheville, North Carolina. In sanctuaries, humble and gilded, architecturally traditional and contemporary, stained glass lit and stone wall structured, I have watched and witnessed the stewarding of the ground that we call holy. My worship among you has inspired, uplifted, and sustained me. And if I could name one thing that is common on the ground that we call holy and where we meet our sacred, it would be that when we gather there, lives are changed. The outcast and the orphan, the trans woman and the gay man, the elderly widow and the hipster millennial, the rich philanthropist and the struggling single mother of three, the autistic child and the raging extrovert, the refugee and the citizen, the street dweller and the homebound, the disabled and the agile, they all find a place where they are loved, spiritually fed, and celebrated as the child of God they are. There are so many who find it hard to locate their place of uplift and welcome in what can be a very cruel world. Our church has become that place of refuge, of comfort, and of sanctuary for so many. And as I close my time as general minister and president, I talk now openly and often about what has been for me the most gratifying element of the witness that I have borne to the work of our churches. And that is the need for a complete stranger to approach me anywhere in the world and tell me the UCC saved my life story. Those stories collect and they conspire to speak of a common commitment to radical inclusion proclaimed by disciples of the risen Christ who see in him an extravagant love offered to the stranger and the outcast, the vulnerable and the forgotten, the marginalized and the oppressed. Our annual Strengthen the Church offering is an opportunity for your gifts to sustain not just our growing, not just our renewing, not just our birthing churches, but also to ensure that the holy ground they create remains the sacred space in which the extravagant welcome of our beloved Jesus is embodied. So thank you for your prayerful consideration of a gift to sustain this work of our churches. Thank you for helping us create the kind of sacred spaces where holy ground transforms despair into hope, fear into self-confidence, anger into compassion, judgment into hospitality, and disdain into love. Thank you.